Hey everybody, welcome back. I know I've been absent for a little while. I've just been so busy with lots of stuff going on, and I would like to start doing some more videos again. We'll see how that goes because I do have a lot of stuff planned, a lot of things going on. Hopefully some more exciting stuff that will happen later at the end of this year I can share with you. But I want to kind of start off with sort of like a show and tell series and kind of show some of past work that I've done. Kind of show some mechanisms and internals of some of the locks, kind of how they work. So this is a look at the stock lock that I made last year. I had done kind of a little video series on how it works on my Instagram, and people seem to like that. So I kind of wanted to show some more of this along with those videos. So if you're interested in this lock and you want to see some more on it, you can head over to my Instagram, which is Greasy Lock Forge. You have to scroll back quite a ways because it was last year, but there's some process pictures and some more videos. So this is a stock lock, and I had purchased this as an original, and I bought this one so that I could reference it while making the one I made with Kevin. So what a stock lock is a surface mounted door lock. And it's encased in wood. These typically would have been used on the exterior of a building, probably like a smokehouse or like a shed or just some sort of small outbuilding, more than likely not on a house. And ideally they'd be used in locations that were kind of moist, and that's why the wood housing would be good instead of a metal one. So here you can see the cover plate here. There's a bridge ward in the ward box. There's a bolt. There's a Scotch spring. And then it's hard to see in there, but there is a tumbler down inside there. You can see it right there, resting on its stop. So it's this tapered plate with the edge bent over that the bolt comes through. I do not have the original key. This was one that I had bought for reference while working with Kevin, just to have an example of the Georgian wire bow and some of the proportions of the key, where it swells and this little stop and all that. But luckily, this was pretty close to the size of key for this lock. It doesn't fit because the wards are different, but it does go into the lock, so I used that as the basis for the key I made for my stock lock. So here's a look at the lock and key that I made. You can see my key is a pretty close match to the original, except I changed the warding on the key. I made it a little simplified. And so I have my lock housed in a piece of oak. I could let it in a little bit more, but I kind of let it pass for now. And this would be attached to the wood through these holes and on the end here with nails. But I haven't done that on mine, just so I can open it up and kind of show. So I kind of paid close attention to this and how it was constructed, and tried to replicate that as much as I could in mind with the same proportions to things and location of the pieces. Of course, being handmade, it varies slightly, but I did my best to kind of have a close approximation to the original. And I did sign and date mine. So to give you an idea of how it works, key goes in and it rests on this stop here. And the cuts in the bit of the key match up with the wards inside the lock. So there's the spring, the tumbler, and then here's the ward box that the key can go into. So as the key comes around, it's engaging the tumbler, lifting it up, and it's going in between the talons on the bolt to slide it over. Part of the reason for the tumbler is this little nub right here coincides with this one on the bolt. So when the bolt is in the closed position, you can see those two nubs on the bolt and tumbler keeps the bolt from sliding over. So as the tumbler goes up and the key goes in between the talons, it allows it to slide. So here you can see the lock without the bolt. The key lifts the tumbler, moving that nub out of the way, allowing for the bolt to slide. So, with the lock assembled, this is how it would function. Now it's in the wooden housing. There's a hole big enough in the eye of the keyhole for this swelled out portion of the key to fit. So that goes in. So it works from both sides. To see some more stuff on this, you may want to check out my other video, Handmade Locks. It was the lecture that Kevin and I did at the end of my apprenticeship with him, and we covered all the locks that we did. So there's some information on this lock in that video as well as some of the other locks I'll be showing.